Hey guys, RedPandaMining here. Hope you're doing well. Having a really great day this video. Alright, I just want to reminisce here. Okay, as I was taking down a few of my octominers here. This is kind of a continuation about the video I just did before. I'm actually recording this the same time as that other video, so I haven't read your guys' comments yet if, you know, what option I should do. I'll update you soon. But I just want to reminisce here and just talk about, man, you know, I've changed my basement here a lot over the past, I think since like, for those that have been with me since the beginning, since like the end of 2018, for the past like 7 years, I have taken stuff down, changed hardware out, even upgraded the power from 100 amp to 200 amp service. And, you know, actually I'm thinking about upgrading to 400 amp service now. In this location, but that's gonna be a talk for another video. I still thinking about doing that, but it may be the worst time to do that if we're on the, you know, in the bull run. We're in this bull run here, and you know, I gotta keep stuff on. So maybe next bear market I will do the 400 amp upgrade. All right, that'll be for another video. Anyways, just man, I'm just like kind of sad, you know, taking my octominers down with all my GPUs, my 3060s. I got my 3060s with a single 3070 Ti in there, another 3060 rig here with a single 3060 Ti, 5700 XTs, Red Devils. I got, this is my 20 series rig, all right? This is a 2080 Ti. Yeah, I got a 2080 in here, 2070, all the way down to 2060, all the way up until to 2080 Ti. Yeah, these GPUs, man, legendary. And then mixed match of 3080 Ti's, 98X's, etc. 3070 Founders, 3070s, another 3070 rig, Asus, Tufts, all 3080s, 6700 XTs, and 3090s. So as I've been like taking all this down, it just reminded me, you know, just the like evolution I've had in this basement. Okay, it's kind of been a like a, I don't know how to say it. Is it like a humbling moment, or like maybe I'm having deja vu? It's like I've seen so many different variations of my basement over the years. I mean, for those that have been following my channel, have seen like I used to have like a single rack, then dual racks, and now I got a single rack. I don't know. I just had deja vu talking about that actually in another video, maybe like half a year ago or a year ago. So man, it's just hilarious to think about, you know, what I've been through with crypto mining over the past 7 years. And so it's also going back to hardware that I have, and now, you know, I've had this hardware for quite a while, for the past couple of years, ever since 2021 mainly. A lot of 30 series cards, and then of course throughout those years, over the past 3 years, we've had the 40 series cards come out, notably, you know, the 4090. Not many people were buying the 40 series for mining because they weren't really that great for the memory dependent coins, and like the 3070s, the legendary 3070s are still, you know, generally good, on par efficiency against the 40 series. And now even the 50 series, not really, 50 series is a little bit better, but the dollar per hash is just terrible. Buying 50 series for mining is actually really bad. Anyways, that's why I've like mainly stuck with a lot of my 30 series cards, but I think now it's time for a change, right? I've come to a point now where I've used these GPUs for mining over the past, what, 4 or 5 years now. That's why I did the video yesterday talking about my plan about selling these GPUs, which are still going for a pretty decent price right now, right? A lot of these GPUs, I mean, if you just look on recently sold on eBay, I mean, 3070s are going for like, what, almost 300 bucks. Plus shipping, which is actually insane. So it comes back to the argument, right? These GPUs that I bought, which are all, you know, predominantly, you know, gaming GPUs, okay, are still able to be resold to a gamer, right? That's what the value is regarding, you know, buying gaming GPUs and not, you know, mining specific cards. If I bought mining specific cards, and obviously if you look at, you know, crypto mining right now, it's not great, right? And like mining specific cards, you know, CMP 100 210s, 178Xs, BC 160s, they're all really cheap right now. I think a 178X is like same price as like a 3070 I saw on eBay. So take that as you will, right? The 178X is obviously a lot more efficient. But of course, if the bull run came about, altcoin seasons came about, if a lot of proof of work GPU mineable coins started having price appreciation, then maybe there would be, you know, higher price on, you know, 3070s or 30 series cards. Who knows? But a lot of mining specific cards, CMP cards, just go with the flow, obviously, with crypto mining. So maybe if there were, you know, price appreciation with a lot of proof of work GPU mineable coins, then crypto mining cards would also probably go up in price as well. Anyways, yeah, my basement here, my friends. Yeah, you may ask, Red Panda, what are you gonna do with this empty spot now that I've taken everything down? Well, I'm thinking for now, I do have a few of my ASICs here that are off. I've been wanting to move them up here and move the other 3 that I have here, L9, just up in this row temporarily. I am probably gonna send these off for hosting until I figure out what am I gonna do with these GPUs. Am I gonna sell them? Am I gonna trade them? We talked about that in the video yesterday. Am I gonna sell all these for cash on my RedPandaMining.shop website, which somebody did buy my 3070s within like an hour, which was just insane. So if I have that ability to easily, you know, sell these GPUs on my own shop, use that money to then reinvest into CPU mining rigs, you know, 40 series, 4090s, 5090s, or, you know, AI for AI, or invest into CPU mining rigs, or invest into ASICs, okay, which I don't think a lot of people want me to do, but just let me know down below. Okay, that was for the video yesterday. I'm probably gonna read it and then make an update video what I'm gonna do with all these. But yeah, I just had to reminisce, guys. You know, a lot of these GPUs were just, you know, mining Ethereum on these, right, initially. And then when Ethereum went to proof of stake, obviously Ethereum was no longer mineable, and then we were essentially just spec mining, right? Spec mining, whether it was like Alephium or Caspa. I remember when we were like, all the LHR days, LHR, light hash rate, and we were like triple mining or dual mining. Yeah, triple mining on a lot of these cards. Man, those were just the days. Those were seriously the days, man. Such crazy times that we did. You know, right after the merge, it was, man, it was just like all hell broke loose. Spec mining was a thing. Caspa, if anyone that mined Caspa with GPUs, man, that was the golden time for sure. That was the golden time to be mining Caspa with GPUs. And then what else, man? Just thinking about the past, man, things have changed, right? Things have changed a lot. And I know a lot of people have gotten out of GPU mining, right? A lot of other content creators have gotten out. Honestly, I'm still sticking with it because, like I said before, and I've said this many times, I have generally pretty good electrical rate, you know, residentially. So I have about 7.4 cents at my other location. I have about 8 cents-ish at this location here. So I'm still willing to GPU mine because of my electrical rate. If I had maybe 11, 12 or 15 cents per kilowatt hour, I wouldn't be GPU. You wouldn't be seeing me making GPU mining content, okay, because of my electrical bill. Because if my electric was that high in per kilowatt hour, I'm just being honest. But I'm willing to, you know, stick with GPU mining because I still believe that we are going to come to a time, it's just a matter of when, not if, that altcoin season will come back into play, and proof of work GPU mineable coins will become good again. And, you know, if that time comes, I'm curious what's going to be the next 580. Is it going to be the 5700 XT, or are we going to skip a generation? It's going to be like the RTX 3070 is going to be the next RX 580. Just an interesting thought there. But yeah, guys, I've had a lot of these server cases for a long time, and they've held up. They've generally held up. My first gen X12, these are X12 Ultras. I believe the bigger versions. These have worked, no issues. I've actually still have the same SSD that I put in like 4 or 5 years ago. This thing is still going at 12 A2000s in there. I have another 12 A2000s in there, and then I have 12 Radeon 7s, and this beauty right here, still going good. This one's still going good. I'm not selling this rig. Radeon 7s are sticking with me. But generally, I'd have to say Octaminers have actually been pretty reliable for me. Granted, there have been some, okay, I do have some Octaminers that have broken motherboards, but it's modular, right? In a way where I can just take this out, you know, maybe swap out the thermal paste, swap out the RAM, which I've done to fix these motherboards. And some of them I did that and didn't work. So anyone with, you know, extra motherboard Octaminers, please let me know if anyone wants to ship me some, or I'll pay for it. I need a few of these motherboards. But yeah, again, I've had generally pretty good luck with my Octaminers. I haven't had any issues with them or anything, so still keeping them. Not gonna sell my Octaminers. As you all know, I have a bunch here. I have a bunch in the barn, another 10 or 12 in the barn. And then my other location where my 3070s are, those are GP Riser R8s. I love those ones. I got another 10 or 14, I think, together, combined over there. So I think I'm good in terms of, you know, Octaminers and, you know, server cases and stuff. I just now need to either upgrade to newer cards or just put everything away and do CPU mining or AI or whatever, okay? So anyways guys, I am going to update you all in another video. I'm probably going to be doing a lot of these types of vlogs for the next while here. I'm taking a trip soon to Mr. RedPandaMining, so I got a lot of work to do before I go. So you're probably going to see a lot of fluff, a lot of filler videos. Hopefully that's okay, but I know you all watch my videos just for me anyway, so a little egotistical there, but maybe narcissistic? I don't know. Alright, I'll see you all in the next video. Appreciate you all. I will update you all what I'm gonna do with these GPUs. You all have a good one. Peace out. Peace out. Man, I still have my GTX 1060 3GB cards. I'm keeping this. Definitely keeping this. It still works too.